He did the 11.
Sick.
Oh, boy. Duel of the Fates.
Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Hello, Force users. We are here today to watch Darth Maul, Shadow Lord. Michael, who loves Star Wars, watches the Star Wars with us all the time. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling
Good, bad,
good.
dark side.
I want to do it.
Okay, good.
I want to watch it. No, I'm doing well, Greg. Hi, citizens of the Reject Nation. Nice to be back. Star Wars.
I know.
Maul, Shadow Lord. I'm actually really excited for this. Maul, you may not know, is actually in episode 1.
That's why we pay you the big bucks here, buddy.
Yep.
All right.
He was played by a man named Ray Park, who is named
Ray
after
Park.
Ray Park, named after a park. Not sure which park. Probably Central. I like parks. Parks are good.
Made in China.
To the Empire.
Ready to watch this? I'm really looking forward to the show.
I'm really excited to see the non-Darth Talon Darth Talon.
Let's do it.
You're telling me. Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to say.
Waka.
All right,
Oh
let's
my
watch
God,
the movie.
Too good to be
Show.
true. 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
Yeah, it's 2 episode premiere. Whoa. That looks real.
Excellent. No, that really does
so
look real.
Damn.
Ooh.
What did they animate this with? This looks so good.
On the score already. Is that Kevin Kiner, you think? Oh, yeah, that's probably exactly what it is.
Oh my God.
Hello, Death Watch.
Ready credit cargo for transport.
Oh, I've missed Star Wars.
I missed this side. This feels so cinematic.
This is our last one since Tales of the Underworld? That's an excellent shot.
Ah, now.
We have a breach!
Let's go. Excellent. Cool. They're leaning in.
Woo!
Unit 10 with me.
Actual po-po.
We love some space police.
They went to another level
Yeah,
with this,
no,
dude.
they really leaning into the mall aesthetic.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Excellent.
Suspects on the move.
They really built a city here. My God.
Picking up reports of an unidentified shuttle seen in Sector 8J.
All available units converge on those coordinates.
There's like a grittiness to this that like still feels
Like
so
a
much.
layer of crime on the matte painting.
Yeah.
I love it.
Entrance.
It's over. Drop your weapons.
I guess we should do as he says.
Duel of the Fates.
My man.
Excellent. Prime Maul right here, my friends.
Oh, cool.
Good Maul. Yes.
That was the dork revenge.
Not again.
Something's happened.
That is not our concern.
You're hungry.
Is he Jedi Master?
You need to eat.
At least that's what my Force senses are saying.
We do not steal.
I'm tired of begging.
We can always rely on the kindness of strangers.
Yeah, that's a Jedi.
A pardon? Would you be so kind?
I think that is, how you say, piss off.
It's an interesting transitional period because it's not long after Order 66, so you have this Jedi who's trying to maintain the kind ways while adjusting to this world that is Consumed by darkness.
Colder and darker than ever before.
Our apologies, officer. She made a simple mistake.
You are charged with theft and will be placed under arrest.
What?
Jeez.
Be patient. They will surely see to reason, and you'll soon be released.
Surrender and comply.
Well, this feels topical.
Oh, boy.
Even the face, like the
know.
emoting on the faces, there's so much more detail now into the expressions.
It really, I mean, the last season of Clone Wars, I feel like, was such a demonstration of the cinematic potential of animation. And this just is a
Whole new world. He's the main character in the comic.
yeah.
There's only one issue at a time filming this, though.
I want a
love that
full
you know
scan
more
of the
about Star
route,
Wars
holo
than I do
footage.
right now.
Cams and sensors were
Not
destroyed.
much in the comic.
According to security logs, the bank supervisor droid is missing.
Oh, no.
Nico Demas owns this bank. Could be crazy enough to rob from him.
Demas is involved in several criminal enterprises and has many enemies among the syndicates.
Kind of sounds like Ezra.
Who suspects his main rival, Looti Vario?
So Vario knows this will be an open declaration of war. They left a lot of credits behind, but took the supervisor droid. That doesn't make any sense.
What's your bigger plan here, Maul?
And that little surprise, positioned perfectly. I'm not sure this was any of the local syndicates. Not their style.
Too risky?
Too clean. Demas won't take these lightly.
This is gonna be like the Rise of Crimson Dawn.
They robbed me, shoot up my guards, and take my bank droid!
Test the season.
Who's got answers?
It's gotta be Vario. He's always trying to stick it to us.
Set a meet. I want to question him face to face.
What if it's some kind of trap?
Make it on neutral territory.
A trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Fascinating. Wonder how exactly long it's been since Order 66 at this point. A year or two?
I have an update on the syndicates. Unfortunately, they appear to be honoring their truce.
I heard a theory that people think she might be the armorer.
Perhaps he needs a bit more motivation.
Replenish her soul after dealing with Maul for so long?
Why are we focused on low-level targets such as these gangsters?
There are many who have prospered from my misfortune. The Pikes, Crimson Dawn.
He thought he could take what was mine. He was mistaken.
Should I ready a
This is
team,
the dark
we can
revenge.
eliminate him with ease.
Shadow Collective.
Not yet. I prefer to keep my presence a shadow.
Shadow Collective?
Bring me the back droid.
Loving this cult of Maul sort of vibe.
Who are you?
Oh, that's sad.
Where have you brought me?
You are to assist me in my grand plan.
Demas will make you pay.
I'm afraid your calculations are incorrect. You will deliver a message to Demas.
Wow, I can't believe I'm feeling for this droid.
That's Star Wars magic.
So this guy's definitely gonna die.
It's hard to imagine he's going to make it, hopefully, beyond the pilot.
We require your name and identification.
Because it's gotta be that
does it make?
the apprentice he's trying to get, right?
What's her story?
This one is not cooperating.
She's just a kid.
Yeah.
Bring her to my desk.
I love his accent.
Thought it was like.
Name's Wallace. Yeah. Yeah.
Attempted robbery, failure to cooperate, and no ID.
Failure to cooperate.
Produce some identification,
This is something
or
I
spend a
like.
night in a cell.
Dude, they didn't go far in the comic. It's one issue right now.
Captain Lawson, I found something.
If you want to find out what that enough is, you should read the comic.
Get her processed.
Link in bio.
This was recovered from the memory banks of the police droid with Officer Poe.
He wanted to be seen.
Haven't seen one of those since the Clone Wars.
Wow.
Run a recognition scan.
No records.
I mean, he was always the secret overlord.
Imperial?
File is classified by the ISB. We're instructed to report any sightings of the suspect immediately.
To the Inquisitors, yeah.
Keep this quiet for now. We don't need the Empire butting in and making things complicated.
Is this an independent planet?
That's the impression I got that Janix is. It feels like a hybrid of...
Like a Coruscant and a Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, like in comic book terms, I was getting the impression it was a bit like Metropolis and Gotham combined.
Cool. That's cool. This is so fun having the tables turn here, Greg.
Dude, I've known like
You're looking,
2 sentences more.
It's
grandiose as ever.
At least I filled the suit.
This guy is literally me when I go on the red carpet.
I know we agreed on neutral territory, but didn't you pick a nicer place? Looks like a Wookiee bathhouse.
Who is that?
Chobasa.
Choba.
Chobasa.
Any idea who pulled that
Food
one?
looks real.
I was hoping you would
Looks
tell me.
amazing. Well, you got a lot of enemies.
Bantha Parmesan.
One person.
He's long gone. Why would he come after me?
You betrayed him.
Then he'd be after you, too. Or maybe that's what you want me to think.
Why would I want to start a war with you, Demas? I got too much to risk.
Try to take over my territory.
Trust me, that is not how I would go about it.
I will not harm. What? Will make
Was you?
No.
The Godfather.
Demas will make you pay.
Oh.
It's brilliant.
Maul, you genius.
Watching it all on camera.
Mario's getting away.
That's my favorite thing about Maul is he's not just violence. He's strategy and cunning and...
How's that calf, partner?
Captain, you know I can't drink it. I just share this moment with you.
Oh.
There's a situation at the port.
Hey, Demas.
He's a tiny little guy.
Never shoot a guy in the back.
Size matters not.
This feels like a pulpy gangster show.
Vario has outplayed Demas.
Oh, even the speeders just have this nice sort of...
No, come on. Go.
Woo. This is exciting. I see why they've been promoting the shit out of this show for a reason.
It really is just refreshing.
Wow.
I love a Gatling gun.
It's like Joker's henchman. Whoa.
Sick.
Love how underestimated this guy is. They keep aiming for the suit, but the suit, you can't hurt him.
You work for him?
Stop right there! Surrender!
Uh-oh. Oh, man, it's like they're doing
First time for everything, Vario.
those crime movies like Heat, and you focus on the good guy and the criminal.
That's brilliant.
Oh, cool.
And he can't bring in any extra help because then it gets the Empire involved. This is fun.
Vario is in custody.
Vario will not escape me, not even in a cell.
Yes, sir.
An attack on the police headquarters will not be without risk of exposure.
Vario's betrayal demands consequence. Events are falling into place.
I love his unique relationship with the Force.
You killed Demas. I could put you
Even
away
his
for a
dialogue
long
with
time.
Ahsoka in the last season of Clone Wars,
set up.
just
By
like
who?
whimsical side of Maul.
Ever heard of the Shadow Collective?
No, should I have?
Yeah, he's a cop who understands, too, that sometimes you got to bend the rules if you're going to survive here.
You got anything bigger?
It is quite adequate for your needs.
What is that supposed to mean?
The assassins, they were Zabrak, but not the same markings as the suspect from the droid's memory holo.
Perhaps it's time to request support from the Empire.
Not yet.
That is contrary to protocol. However, I will follow your order.
He's got like a Ronin vibe about him.
Yeah, it sure does. There's just something so sad about the surviving Jedi. It's just trying to Like being in a position where you can't help because it exposes you. It's like the worst punishment that you could give to these people that are already suffering.
I love how Maul feels like he's the weather. This is such like a visually emotive show.
Be so curious how much each episode cost to animate.
This is Unit 413. We've got a sensor malfunction.
Oh boy.
All units on level 8 report.
We're getting a lot of interference.
Oh.
Find out what's going on down there.
We appear to be losing control of the station.
While it feels like the darker side of the Clone
Wars
Wars
with me.
world,
We need to protect
it also has a bit of that like, gritty realism that Andor provided.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same time period too, which I think it's nice to have an animated series that feels comfortable exploring that.
Can't trust red lit hallways in Star Wars.
Nothing bad's ever happened in a red lit hallway in Star Wars.
Wow, it's like the Terminator.
Lock down this cell block.
Let me out!
That's exactly what it's giving right now.
I see you.
Oh no.
Get the system back online and get these doors open.
When you want to play, we play.
It's giving Chopper vibes. That's interesting. It's like he can feel the precarious nature of what his Padawan's about to get herself into.
Systems back online, but there is heavy damage. Comms are still down.
We need backup.
Oh, God. Jeez.
He's turned these Mandalorians into something else entirely. They're really embracing that.
Well, I think some of them are Mandalorians, but some of them are Night Brothers. Some private army.
Whoa. It's like an anime lightsaber now? Oh my god.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh, boy.
Draped is all in red.
You don't understand. I did what I had to do.
The shadow.
You had to abandon your oath to me. Greed and fear that withdrew your ships and weapons when I needed them most.
If you're after me, you gotta be after them. You're not. I know how to get the crim.
Take him alive for now.
So these guys aren't the Mandalorians, you think?
No, I think they might be Night Brothers.
Oh, okay. There she is.
Oh, wow. I love it even sort of echoes the shield in the Phantom Menace.
Maul.
She knows.
Dave Filoni. Busy man. Busy man. Wow, that's great. It's just all the classics.
Oh, that's right. No, in Son of Dathomir, he does get the Night Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about
Because
that.
also the
And they
police
have-
commissioner. What's this guy's name?
Lawson.
Lawson. He refers to their species, so they're not at least pure-blooded Mandalorians.
Yeah, that's right. Friends, starting something is honestly terrifying. Before Real Rejects became like a business, I remember thinking, what if no one watches? What if this just fails? And the truth is, most people don't start because they get stuck in that. And what helped us push through was having the right tools. And for us, that's been Shopify. We've used Shopify for years before we ever partnered with them. They are what helped power our entire merch line, rejectnationshop.com. And what I love is how simple it made everything and continues to make everything. It's basically an all-in-one platform. Your store, payments, inventory, analytics, all in one place, no jumping between a bunch of confusing sites. And even if you're just starting, you can build a clean, legit-looking store with their templates, run email and social campaigns, and even use AI tools to help write product descriptions or improve your pages. Plus, that Shop Pay button makes checkout insanely fast, which means more people actually complete their purchases. So if you've been sitting on an idea and you're hearing about this, this is your sign. Time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify. You can sign up for $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/rejects. You can go to shopify.com/rejects. That's shopify.com/rejects. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring this video.
Love this design.
If anyone's earned fire in their name, it's him.
The Sinister Schemes. Schemes. Oh, right to the action. It's nice she seems to be coming willingly.
Watch out for the prisoners!
Oh.
My dumbass thought they were wearing masks for a second. My bad. Now, like, makes so much more sense.
We need transport.
Be right back, Captain.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I like him.
Oh, he's great.
Official police business. Apologies for the stench, Captain.
Buddy cop duo I didn't know I needed.
Trust me, I smell worse.
Just
It's
scatter.
like a combination of K2SO and IG-11. Music. Fine. Point.
I know it's given. Cyberpunk meets Star Wars.
God damn. They're just destroying this city in one day.
Grand Theft Speeder.
They're on us.
More Gatling guns and rocket
Boy, they got
launchers.
some heavy. Me playing GTA 6.
Involve yourself. He's gonna.
It's interesting because he hasn't been making a scene. Woo! Until right now.
He did the 11.
Sick. Oh no. Wow. This is the real test if he's a Jedi or not. He has to save those people. That's great. The soundtrack, Greg. The soundtrack.
The Force feels so physical.
Hey, buddy. You all right?
Oh, damn, he's fast.
Really great visualization. That's what I meant by, like, it's really visually emotive.
Cinematic, yeah. It is amazing how the camera pans and all that have changed so much in animation.
Abduction of 2 prisoners, including a known crime boss. What are we dealing with?
Well, the fugitive was proficient with a laser sword.
I told the governor we have it under control, but if he gets nervous, he'll call in the Empire.
This is a local matter. Bring the Empire into this, they will lock this planet down.
Just get them, and fast.
So they have governors already, so that's a few years in.
You're wounded. The Mandalorians are experts in combat injuries.
Oh? I appreciate that he respects Mandalorian culture.
I thought you wanted Vario dead.
He may be of use. If he is not, I will dispose of him.
And the girl?
She is a Jedi. And I shall fashion her into a weapon which can help us destroy all those who have betrayed me.
Oh?
Including Darth Sidious.
Sidious.
Will he succeed?
How has she survived?
Well, let us find out.
What's this all about? What do you want with me?
That's what Star Wars is all about. There's a lot of surviving Jedi.
Yeah, a shocking amount of surviving Jedi.
Who are you?
A prisoner.
If that is what you believe.
You mean apprentice?
What's this? Wait, what are you doing? I'm not going in there. Hey,
Welcome to Karth.
Open this thing right now!
Hey, is this the same cell that Maul was in? No. He was in that, like, crazy contraption.
You have been indoctrinated since you were a child. You must adapt.
It's a new world.
And I've never been indoctrinated, not once in my entire life.
Dad, hey, you're just getting home?
Yep. It's been a long night.
Oh, he's alive.
I heard what happened. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, man.
What about Two Boots? Is he okay?
Two Boots is Two Boots.
Oh, I like how he inquires about the droid.
I talked to Mom. Wants me to come visit. Said she'd just...
Right, just wait until I can go with you.
Is that our first case of divorce in Star Wars?
I'm taking some time off soon.
Will you? Will you?
Yeah.
Captain Lawson, I have an update.
Okay, I'm on my
The
way.
cradle and the silver spoon.
We'll talk later, okay?
Yeah.
We are questioning known members of Vario's syndicate, but they have not been very cooperative.
The coffee, man.
Perhaps Vario was not being entirely truthful?
He was scared. I don't think he's lying.
That would be a first.
Just keep digging, partner.
You know what I think?
You wanna call in the Empire?
Exactly.
I've got another play.
He don't trust no one.
Ah, finally, it's about time. Hey, partner.
Partner.
Oh, wait.
Your syndicate helps the Pikes smuggle their spice into this system. You will provide me with the time and location of these shipments.
Oh, yeah, no, sure. Easy enough.
Once I disrupt their network, Krim will suspect you and want to meet.
Well, then, okay.
Then you will get me close so I can kill him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm getting a little nervous here. I just want you to know, I think I should remind you that I will do whatever it takes to help you get revenge on him. I want to help. We got a deal, then.
All right.
Brander Lawson. You seem to be having quite the rotation.
All the droids have personalities.
How's the kid?
Growing up fast.
Even the elevator.
Yeah, even the elevator button.
So, what do you need?
Shadow Collective.
That is gonna cost you.
Whatever it takes.
We love the unsuspecting informant.
A boss named Maul
Tell me about Maul.
vanished after the war. The syndicate's disbanded. Probably happier with him gone.
It's so smart to have him be the eye line for those who weren't familiar or don't remember.
They had a deal with him?
Well, I assume it didn't go so good since Demas is dead. Vario's missing.
With this, like, noir music going on in the back.
You think it's revenge?
I sleep well knowing I never made a deal with Maul. And if he is here, watch yourself.
You got anything else?
Well, I'm, free for dinner.
Our first animated sex scene in Star Wars.
How long are you gonna keep me here?
You may leave anytime you'd like.
You have the power.
I want to leave now, but clearly that's not possible.
If that is your point of view, and
You have the power.
I can show you a pathway to power that the Jedi didn't teach you.
I can handle myself.
What does it mean for you to be a Jedi, guardian of peace and justice in a time of lawlessness?
Okay.
I still believe in those principles.
If only there were more like you, perhaps things wouldn't be the way they are today.
I heard the stories. I know what you are. So stop pretending like you care.
Sure, he's something of a boogeyman.
You're operating under the premise that I am somehow the villain here, but it is not as simple as good and evil.
He like stated the whole themes of the show.
This is evil.
How can I prove to you?
Let me out of here.
By all means, Jedi, leave.
It's a command.
Vario's intel checks out. The Pike shipment is on schedule.
What happened?
The Pikes look more menacing than usual, or is it just me?
We're being redirected.
There's something that feels a little more sinister about their appearance.
Getting prepared and get us out of here! Captain, I'm picking up another ship and I'll send
Love the tribal music. I just feel like every part of this episode especially.
It makes your tummy all nervous and scared. Oh, see? Scary tummy noise.
Defend the cargo!
It's a nice try. Boy, howdy.
I love how much of the job he does himself.
Open fire!
Oh, wow.
You don't want to go into a hallway with a Jedi or a Sith.
Get the money.
As you wish.
Get the money.
Why even try, guy?
Your victory will be short-lived.
Awesome.
The Syndicate. Everything that was yours is now controlled by Mog Trim.
Good.
Oh.
Woo!
So do you think that's like an emotionally healing thing for him? Like, is that therapeutic?
Hold it!
An unexpected ally appeared. Friend, foe. Got in my speeder and made my way back down to the station. I like that he has a pipe.
Paid off, huh? Right? Am I right or am I right? I'm right. Let me out. We'll celebrate. Come on.
Once Krim is dead, you shall be free.
You'll free your soul.
Whoa! All right. Yeah, take it easy.
Just growl back. I should try that next time somebody growls.
It is time for you to view the galaxy for what it truly is.
Wretched hive of scab-infinity.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh, yeah. Force lockpick.
You gotta lift this up.
Cool.
Bravo.
That was so short.
Created by Dave Filoni and developed by him, too. Okay.
And executive produced. Unlimited power. Saul Ruiz.
Score by Kevin and Sean.
Sean. I love that they've been doing so much together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Tessler and I have watched Season 1, Episode 1 and 2 of Maul Shadow Lord. If you'd like to support the channel just a little bit extra, you can support us by going to patreon.com/realrejects, becoming a royal reject to get the full reaction watch along where you sync up with your own copy. Help offset a lot of the copyright claim damages that this channel inflicts every single day. You guys keep us alive. Thank you very much. Additionally, you can also potentially go to rejectnationshop.com, get yourself some RR apparel. We got some space-inspired tees over there. All right. I'm excited to talk about this, man. This is a journey. This is awesome. This is some of the best animation work that I think they've done so far. This might shape into being one of their best things they've ever done, honestly. I think the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars are some of the best Star Wars has ever been ever. And this show, the way it's shaping up, this might be just the animated show that they need right now to meet the middle ground of where Star Wars respectability has evolved into. Like when it's gaining respect, you know, versus capturing what the hardcore people like. I thought this was like a wonderful addition, man. How do you feel about it?
Do you think that having the middle ground in this era
but
is
not the high
equivalent
ground?
of the high ground? I'm just the worst. No, I mean, I think like many people, the last few episodes of Clone Wars, I thought was likely going to be the end-all peak of Star Wars animation.
Yeah.
The arc that was always the most interesting to me was the dynamic between Ahsoka and Maul. And for them to have this opportunity, and mild spoiler for those, if you haven't seen Rebels, and if you're watching this, that's confusing. But
I mean, not really. You don't need to
I
watch
guess it's
Rebels
not
to understand this.
chronological. What do you mean people don't watch every little piece of Star Wars content?
Star Wars is like, let's do the beginning and end, and just keep filling in the middle slowly until we finally converge.
Yeah, until every glove show has a spinoff.
But there is a big missing chunk for Darth Maul. I think
100%.
This is like something that is something we'd want to see fleshed out.
Well,
yeah?
and it's they've done so much. Terrible thing to say. They've done a lot of legwork on Maul. And but this series, I think, answers a lot of the questions of, we do see Maul again canonically in Rebels. What happened between Clone Wars and Rebels that explains how he got from where he began and where he ended.
Well, then Solo threw in the wrench that he was the leader of Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, which, he does a little coup d'etat of Crimson Dawn, if I'm remembering correctly. But Crimson Dawn was a member of the Shadow Collective at the time of the Battle of Mandalore.
But I'm talking about, because doesn't it take place?
Solo would take place in the future.
Yeah, after Clone Wars.
Yes.
But then I only saw Solo once, whenever ago. Isn't the big
Really?
big reveal that the Crimson Dawn is the big organization and that he is now the leader of that?
Yes.
So even though it was part of the syndicates that he was acquiring.
Yeah, but I think the answer is
Because in here he's setting. Sorry to interrupt. It's like in this one, it's setting up that he's going to get revenge at them. But now it looks like he's going to take control and lead them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Crimson Dawn feels like a name that he should have. You know?
Yeah, I don't know
'Cause
much
he is
about
Crimson.
I don't know much about Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, I mean,
I just know that's a thing that sounds cool.
It's one of the gangs, one of the many syndicates in the galaxy. But no, it's going to be an interesting thing. I think for me, it's really cool to be able to continue to explore the thread that Maul had with Ahsoka in the form of him and this potential new apprentice.
Yeah.
Which there is a. We talk a lot about Grey Jedi in fandom, and we've never really gotten a Grey Jedi. And Maul, well, straight up evil in many ways, does have sort of a weird moral predicament. And like she will have a weird moral predicament of, I mean, we saw it how many times in just these first 2 episodes. A Jedi in this era is not able to act openly to help others.
Sure.
And when you are existing in a time of moral peril, there creates a necessity to perhaps make some exceptions to the rules. And you know, I'm sort of curious of like, could an apprentice of Maul really be a balance of the dark and the light? Because he really is fascinated by the idea of balance and the chosen one and sort of all these sort of concepts. So you know, but visually this is stunning. I love that we both sort of leaned into this noir sort of gritty cop story set in the Star Wars universe. So what do you know?
What do you mean? What do I know? I don't know
just
much
about anything.
I don't.
You didn't have any knowledge.
The comic is supposed to be 5 parts, and they've only they're releasing 1 issue a week.
Yeah.
The next issue doesn't come out till April 8th.
So this is very new.
This is a new.
I was going to say, how do I not know about
It's a prequel comic, and there's only 1 issue out, and it focuses on I can't call him Lawson, and like he's a cop who, you know, he's the kind of cop who the chief of police is always on the verge of being like, turn in your badge, because he's just constantly doing things his own way.
Right on the edge.
Yeah, him and Two Boots, and getting in trouble with. I don't want to give like every detail away, but it also is a start of how you see a little team that he has here, and you see how he gets introduced to them. But he's very much like his own rogue person. Then it ends with Maul doing something. So it's like it's really like not much is revealed. It just gives like an insight into who Lawson is, and helps set up the world of I think it's called Jarix is this planet. So yeah, I kind of just like did a lot of jamming of information from the rewatches and the comic books in like a matter of a couple days. So my brain's a little foggy. You don't want to spread that shit out when you rewatch it. So that's about all I really know from it. But in terms of what we're doing here, I'm surprised by how much it's living up to that trailer. Because the trailer surprised the shit out of me.
It was definitely like
It's like, is this just a good trailer?
Yeah.
Because they've done that. They've done just a good trailer before.
I know.
And this is like really good storytelling. Like the vibe and aura of it is so strong, where you don't even need the dialogue to feel something a lot of the time. Like it just the visual experience in the way they capture like motion and fear and the dread is so strong. I was surprised. I am surprised by like how effective it is, and pretty much every aspect. And whilst still managing, it feels like gritty. It feels like they can push a boundary, which they probably won't. But it feels like they can push a boundary into something that feels more. That can feel more violent than maybe we'll actually see.
Well, I think with the droids too, there's sort of always that opportunity to like take it to that level without necessarily taking it to that level. But there's certainly, Bad Batch, as much as I adored it, very much still felt like a definitive kids show.
Yeah, it still felt like more middle era of most of Clone Wars. Some episodes better than others. But yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I miss Wrecker so much.
They would have like the occasional episode that feels like super cinematic.
So
and then
cinematic. And then the next episode, you'd be like, what? We gotta find the treasure. Treasure, Echo.
Whereas, like, I feel like they're telling a very specific story here that is focused and has a direction and an endpoint that they really want to land on.
Yeah.
Or Bad Batch, I kind of got the impression that they were trying to expand and start a new series. And maybe this does want to be another series and has multiple seasons. But right now, I could see it being a really strong, limited series that has a bunch of different influences from film noir to cyberpunk to retro to a bit of like Japanese-inspired animation too, anime. Like there's so much amazement here to be had while knowing when to make Darth Maul the protagonist, but also really leaning into he's still a bad guy. He is bad. Like I don't think there's a gray with Maul. Like he's a bad guy. He's a mass murderer. Like he's an awful person, but I love him. He's like my favorite character.
He got treated so poorly.
So what?
You know.
So
What's your favorite line of Maul's?
I don't know. I'm not that guy.
My favorite line is in Clone Wars when they resurrect him and he looks at Mother Talzin and he says, "Mother Talzin, I got my legs back." That's my favorite line. No, I agree. I think you said something earlier about sort of it feels like an animated. You've taken the Star Wars of Andor and you've applied the Clone Wars animation to it. And I feel like one of Andor's great strengths is that it saw the scope of limitations in terms of like the vastness of the galaxy and all of that as an opportunity to really be focused in on the characters and to let people get invested in the settings. And by the time that the show got bigger, it all felt very earned because it wasn't necessarily using the spectacle of jumping across the galaxy as much as let's really hone in on the experience of these of Cassian. And by the time that season 2 comes around, everything just feels like so justified and so excited. But I also think there's just this sort of era continues to be one of those. It existed in our imagination for so long that it is really fun to see all these different interpretations of what it looks like from different sides. I mean, the fact that Star Wars will now have been able to show you, hey, like, what was the politicking that Mon Mothma had to deal with in the Galactic Senate at the same time that we're seeing, like, how did Maul, as, you know, sort of this sought after by the Jedi and by Sidious, now trying to rebuild a syndicate while also trying to... Because the other thing, too, is we have the fate of Mandalore that has to unfold at some point. And I can't help but imagine that storyline collides in some way, shape, or form.
God, there's so much.
So much.
Well, remind me.
Yeah.
Okay, without spoiling too much, in case people just haven't happened to have seen Rebels.
Yeah.
When we do see Maul again in Rebels at the pyramid, that's where the Darksaber is, right? So he left it there. And where's that pyramid again?
That pyramid was on... Was it on Moraban? Formerly Korriban.
I don't know what those places are.
It
You
was
said to me, like, let me explain. Formerly Korriban. I'm like, no idea what you're saying to me right now.
No. So originally the Sith homeworld was called Korriban. It was established in Knights of the Old Republic. And then George Lucas, for reasons unclear, was like, I wonder if we should call it Moraban. Which fans were a little upset about. He's like, well, you know, sometimes planet names change. I don't know why he's Nicolas Cage. but
planet names change.
And
It's
that's
like
where
poetry
you can
rhymes,
find the Declaration of Independence. But they went to some ancient Sith planet. I'm not sure if it was Korriban or Moraban.
But he left the Darksaber there. Because he doesn't have the Darksaber in Clone Wars in the finale.
Who has the Darksaber?
Because he had it. He had it in. He's given it back by the Mandalorians in Son of Dathomir.
Well,
so he's using it. But then in Clone Wars, he doesn't have it.
Part of the issue is that who gets to keep it's like the Elder Wand in Harry Potter. It's technically the last person that won it in combat, which is why, spoilers, sorry, Sabine, she gets it because she finds it, but she doesn't feel that it belongs to her because she hasn't earned it in combat.
Right. I'm just saying that, like, when the Darksaber comes back.
Technically, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the rightful owner of the Darksaber, which makes Darth Vader the rightful owner of the Darksaber, which makes Luke Skywalker, the rightful.
But when it comes back, the Darksaber, it finally returns in that pyramid. But
yeah,
that's what was confusing me when I was reading Son of Dathomir, because I was like, okay, they give the Darksaber back to him, when the Mandalorians rescue him.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't have it in the Clone Wars final 4 episodes. And we don't see it again till that pyramid section. So I feel like this show has to explain how it landed there.
Yeah.
He's not using it now either.
I mean, I assume that
unless there's some fact that I actually completely forgot of.
I mean,
explains
we're
that.
probably going to get reamed in the comments for not remembering a very simple thing about this. But the other thing to factor in is that the Mandalore during Order 66 ended up getting occupied by the Empire, and you have oh my gosh, Satine's sister, Bo Katan. Thank you. That is embarrassing. I'm so sorry, Internet. I think she has the Darksaber temporarily and is in control of Mandalore. Maybe is where it's at, and maybe after the siege of Mandalore, the final.
That's not what's happening.
Order 66. Internet, help us out here. Order 66 happens during the Siege of Mandalore, where the Republic was working on trying to liberate Mandalore from Maul and
in the sequence
Death
of
Watch.
In the sequence of events.
Then the Empire controls Mandalore. The technical leader of Mandalore at the time, after Maul was deposed, was Bo-Katan.
Oh, I guess they didn't make that clear.
Then, what's his name from The Mandalorian? From
Din Djarin?
El Pollo Loco. Los Pollos Hermanos.
Fucking
Gus Fring. What the hell is
that character's name? Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito's
Carlos
character.
Esposito. But who is the character's name? Anyway,
Grand Moff.
Grand Moff man guy.
Not a Grand Moff Tarkin. Moff Gideon?
Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at that. We know names. So he then takes the Darksaber from somewhere.
He got it from. I thought he won it off of. He defeated Bo-Katan.
He did, or stole it from Bo. But
okay, we get so caught up in the Darksaber.
No,
for some
but you know what?
I just wanted to know how it landed up on that pyramid.
I think the internet is gonna love this. I also think it's interesting because who Maul is with or not with at the time of Rebels also has implications on some of the things that are happening right now.
Well, yeah, it's like none of these Mandalorians are with him. He's lost. He's lost his whole group.
Maybe, or maybe they're all chilling on Dathomir, just having a great time.
He's a little bit back to like how we first met him again in Clone Wars.
He's broken.
He's a crazy dude.
I wouldn't say crazy. He's so kooky in that.
He's kooky.
I love kooky old Maul.
Me too. I like kooky Maul.
Yeah, kooky Maul.
Yeah. So,
kooky Maul.
But either way, in terms of that's kind of what's cool about this show.
Where do you think the Darksaber is?
In terms of the immediacy, it's just a great immediate thriller that's also embodying like crime epics, like Heat, Departed, The Town, where the two main characters are the thief and the cop. And I like how they're doing like that. Those are two main characters that we're cutting between. And the most interesting one is the bad guy. So yeah, I like this. I thought like, okay, the first episode's pretty awesome, but maybe, let's do the second. And the second episode followed through.
It moved way too fast for me. I felt like we started and then it ended.
Fell short, and in a way that meant we want more.
No, we want more, please now. But I love that you have this like local cop, protective of his jurisdiction, pushes the limits and rules, does not want the feds to get involved.
Right.
And that is absolutely where the story is going, where like eventually it's going to boil over, and then he's risking his whole operation and his whole sort of, I mean, even him having like a relationship with who would appear to be like the primary gangster in his, this is fun. I'm having fun. And my favorite part about it is I get to watch it with you, Greg.
Oh, yeah, I'm really happy to be here with you, Michael. This is fun. My apprentice.
My good friend, Greg. Good. Internet, what did you guys think? Is it nice to be watching Star Wars again? Is it weird that this is the first thing that's coming out before Mandalorian and Grogu?
Is it weird that they've put more promotion into this than Mandalorian and Kuroku?
You didn't see the Darth Maul Budweiser ad?
They've promoted the shit out of this, and I feel like they're barely promoting Mandalorian and Kuroku.
I worry greatly. I should not be concerned about the box office numbers for a Star Wars film, but
it's weird how his animated show looks more cinematic than the movie that's coming out.
I know.
Crazy.
That's all right, but they don't have a cute baby Yoda in this, do they?
No.
No, they do not. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this video, that's good.
Yep. That means we're here. We're ready to go now. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you soon.